to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. And alongside me, a man... Here we go then. The formation lap is underway ahead of today's sprint.
Okay, red flag, mate, red flag. No overtaking, please. We'll see you in the pit lane. Okay, we've done all right so far, but this is a chance to take a breath. We've got another half of this race to go, and there's still a big opportunity there. Back on track. Let's make the best of this restart. Let's go. Overtake mode active. Overtake active. You've got more power now from the hybrid system. Use boost on the next long straight to get past. That's P5, you're in P5. Sights ahead, less than a second separates you. Hatches behind you. The distance to the leader, 1.8 seconds. That was our last stop, no more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Come on, just 3 laps to go, 3 laps. the lead of the race. Okay, you've got P5, P5. Leclerc ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 1.3 seconds. Norris is behind you. Okay, so gap to the leader, 2.0 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Final lap, final lap. Push, push. We need to get past. Okay, so that's boost mode available if you need it. That's P5, you're in P5. Our gap to first place, 3.1 seconds. Leclerc is ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 1.0 seconds. Piastri's behind you now. And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Okay guys, yeah, let's analyze the whole weekend because I think we lack some pace throughout, so let's analyze it.
So that wraps up the sprint race, but there's still more action yet to come this weekend. We've got qualifying and, of course, the Grand Prix. Welcome along, everybody, to a venue that was built for speed. Once an airfield, now one of the finest racetracks in the world. It's qualifying day here at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix.
Okay, mate, radio check, please, radio check.
Ready, check.
We've been pushed down to P22.
You join us in the United Kingdom today, or Great Britain as it's alternatively known. Well, it's certainly a great day today as we welcome you to one of the crown jewels of British sports, a track of speed, history and drama. It's Silverstone. It's the British Grand Prix. The 3.6-mile-long Silverstone circuit is one of the longest of the season, with 18 corners in the current layout. With average lap speeds reaching around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the quickest tracks of the year. Watch out for cars taking the right-handers of Abbey and of Copse flat out. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and starting next to them is George Russell. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Piastri, Charles Leclerc and Antonelli, Albon, Bottas, Alonso and Lewis Hamilton, Gasly, Hadjar, Esteban Ocon and Sainz, Lawson, Hülkenberg, Gabriel Bortoleto and Franco Colapinto, Behrman, Stroll, Perez and Arvid Lindblad rounds off the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'll give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. And let's talk momentum with this driver. What a sprint it was. They start at 0 once again for today, but with a huge amount of confidence, surely. Well, they'll definitely be glad that there's not a sprint race today. Let's face it, the sprint couldn't have gone much worse, but what we're looking for today is a reaction. I love being here at Silverstone. I know you do too. Mainly because we get to sleep in our own houses for a week. But what do the drivers enjoy most about this track?
Well, Silverstone's such a challenging circuit, Crofty, more so for the car than the driver, because these high-speed corners at Silverstone really test this modern-day F1 machinery to its maximum. We don't get that many times throughout the calendar. I can only think of Suzuka and Spa, maybe Qatar as well, with that high-energy cornering that you get here at Silverstone. So the drivers love throwing the car around through corners like Copse, Maggots and Beckett's, for example, and it's really influential for your lap time as well.
The formation lap gets underway and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure that their car is ready for the battle once the lights go out. So as all the cars reform the grids, the drivers will be hoping to get a strong start. They'll want to earn some valuable points from today's race, with final communications being done with their race engineers, ensuring the planned strategies are all in place.
long straight to get your way past. Ocon ahead. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Gasly behind. Less than a second separates you. Okay, gap to leader, 6.9 seconds. And that's 6 laps till your pit window's open. Okay, 17 laps to go now. Right, you've got boost mode available now. Use it if you want to. Behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap. Well done. Nice move, keep going. You're in the top 10 now, keep it up. And that's us in 10th position. Lando's ahead of you now. Okay, gap to the car in front, 1.5 seconds. Alonso behind you now. Okay, the gap is less than a second. The distance to the leader, 10.2 seconds. Your pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of it. We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time. Ahead. Less than a second separates you. Okay, Sainz is behind you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, so gap to the leader, 11.3 seconds. And your pit window opens in 2 laps time. 13 laps to go. Okay, gap ahead, 6.6 seconds. Okay, Checo. Okay, that's Valtteri behind. We want to keep them behind, please. It's critical for our race. Well, I'm afraid we didn't quite meet our targets there, but don't worry about it. Keep your head down and chin up, and let's focus on the rest of this race. Okay, we want you to pick this lap, so push now, push. P9, you're running P9, keep going. Our gap to first place, 15.7 seconds. Hamilton's ahead of you, and gap to the car in front, 9.6 seconds. Okay, that's Valtteri behind. Less than a second separates you. Your pit window's now open. laps to go. Box now, please. Box this lap. Okay, off we go, back into the race. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 12.5 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Valtteri's in the pits. Car ahead of you's just fitted the hard tyres. Car ahead now on the hard compound. Okay, you're in ninth position. Okay, gap to leader, 19.7 seconds. Okay, that's Antonelli just ahead. Push hard. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 10.5 seconds. Gasly's behind you. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 9 laps to go. Gap to your teammate behind, 2.2 seconds. Try to stay with them. You might make a mistake and we can still regain the position. tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. Second and lap on the car behind. Really good stuff. Hadja ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 1.0 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Time last lap, 1:32.3. All right, at the moment you're losing 0.3 a lap. Come on, dig in. Okay, Checo. Okay, that's Hadja just ahead of you. Push hard. Right, let's go. Let's try and get past them and put them on the back foot. Push, push. But be aware, these tyres need to go the distance. Okay, Hadja's ahead of you, and the time last lap, 1:32.2. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 1.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. All right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. leading our teammate by 6.3 seconds. That wasn't quite what we needed, I'm afraid, but listen, don't worry about it. It's a long way to go, so let's just focus until the end. Hadja ahead, time last lap, 1:32.6. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Okay, mate, boost mode if you need it. Boost mode if you need it. Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Okay, guys, yeah, let's analyze the whole weekend because I think we lack some pace throughout, so let's analyze it.
Here's the checkered flag, and our winner has landed. It's Lando Norris for victory.
And that's 2 wins in a row now. It's the start of potentially something special, but they can't get ahead of themselves just yet. It's a long way to go.
Well, I don't know about you, but I've absolutely loved watching that action today, and I'm sure these three have loved taking part. Here come our podium finishers. He holds the trophy aloft, and why shouldn't he? A richly deserved win today for Lando Norris. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
fully immersed in the beautiful Ardennes Forest in Belgium, surely one of the most iconic tracks of them all. It's practice time here at Spa-Francorchamps.
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts on the car, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec. Intermediate tyres are your best bet in the current conditions.